Hey everybody, welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we got a full party of 6 with Woljif and Ember joining the crew. We're gonna keep pushing through into the market square and hopefully try to save Canabras one way or another. So yeah, let's go.
If you dare.
Look at this, a cutscene. The city has fallen at last, how glorious. Now I can stop pretending to be a shopkeeper and spend all my time on my true passion, reanimating the dead. He's just like me. For real, he's like Mickey Mouse. Oh yeah. A fellow comrade. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. This actually seems pretty tough, doesn't it? I'll go in large Sela. It's a lot of stuff there. That makes me kinda scared. Okay, we'll just grease them. Good. Oh wow, you go through the grease. Ah, Mickey Mouse. Oh wow. Going right through them. Mickey Mouse, no. Hold fast, friend. Hold fast. Alright, come here. Land. Shoot him. Miss. Good misses, wow. Incredible. Ember. Yeah, I don't know, use your point blank shot to shoot this guy. Ah, he's dead. Good. Mickey Mouse. It was all very scary. I use my dagger and shank him. Oh, never mind. I jolted him. That's weird. Okay.
I'll cut you wide open.
It's crit. 4/4. Okay. Fine. Go here. Woljif. Stab him. Miss. Good. Sneak attack there. You can see it. Ooh. Wow. Mickey Mouse is taking a huge beating. Zombie still on the floor. Good to see it. Missing there. Shoot him. You're dead, finally. Let's baffle my cultists. A lot beefier than I would have originally anticipated. Okay. Ember missing, of course. Disrupt undead on the zombie. Good. Camilla. Come here. Woljif. Yeah, you disrupt undead as well. You're dead. Good. Necromancer on the floor. They're all on the floor. Ah. Ha. Can I charge you? I mean, Sela might also stand on the floor, so maybe I shouldn't do that. You just, yeah, I'll just stay here. Land. Shoot the Necromancer, who's also conveniently on the floor. Oh, he didn't take that much damage there. That's weird.
Too late.
That. Die. Okay. Damage reduction. That's not good. Mickey Mouse. Jolt or disrupt undead on this guy. Finally. Okay. Doing a little bit of more damage there. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Divine Zap. Well, 1 damage. Go back in there. Disrupt undead. Woljif. Good firepower. Alright, oh, Necromancer comes up. Blindness. Oof. That's okay, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, good. Nice. See it? Pew pew. With land. Man, that guy is so beefy, huh? Shoot him. Nope, you missed. Ray of Frost on the Necromancer, maybe? Damn Necromancer. Why do you do this to me? Divine Zap. Okay. Woljif. Come in here. I don't know, jolt him a little bit, I guess. It's got... okay. Wow. Alright. Okay, he's on the floor again. Sela. Come here. Oh, the Necromancer down. Good. Land, shoot the zombies. Oh, he's also down now as well. Good.
Can't hide from me. I am never wrong.
Look at this. Oh, so sweet it is to kill. Oh, it's a demon. Everyone. Oh, okay, fighting the demon. Nice. The demon is very powerful though. That's not good. turn into zombies. Nice.
Save the last one for me.
Okay. Oh, ghouls. Okay, not zombies. My bad. Shoot the school, please. One dead. Okay. They're fast. What was that? Got spikes on the back. That's nice. Sela, come in. Ember. Divine Zap him, I guess. I don't know. Q. Yeah. Woljif. Stab him.
Them for me.
Good. Mickey Mouse. Guess you just waddle up with your Struck Undead. Good. Amelia, you also come up. Ghoul's coming in. Oh, coming straight. Ghoul Fever. Ooh. That's not good. Ooh. Alright, shoot. Sela. There we go. The tree necklace. Hey, Curl, how you doing? A short hooded figure is poking about some bodies in the middle of the street. The stranger drags the first body off the road, respectfully props it up against a wall, and places the corpse's hand on his chest. The figure then freezes as if hesitating, and you see him reach out his hand towards a beautiful gold amulet hanging around the corpse's neck. He jerks his hand back, hesitates, then reaches out again. Lawful. Well, look at what we hear. Well, look at what we have here. Looting corpses, are we? What did you expect? Almost everyone is dead. The city now belongs to the demons and the vermin, rats, crows, and creatures like this one. The stranger almost jumps out of his skin and the hood falls from his head. Under a mop of red curls, a round halfling face looks up at you. Oh, phew, I thought you were demons. Good day to you, sir. Good sir. Curl, is that you? The halfling looks at Sela and smiles broadly. Oh, Lady Sela, you're alive, goodness me. That's the second bit of good news on an otherwise lousy day. What was the first bit of good news? Stick around and see for yourself. Do you know this person, Sela? Meet Rimvi, known better as Curl. He hails from Canabris and he fights in the Condemned. He's one of a kind, a rogue with a heart of gold. Sela smiles and adds a little bit more seriously. Curl, it's probably none of my business, but you should ask yourself if what you are about to do is right. The halfling cheeks flush and then he hides his hand behind his back. I just thought, no, it doesn't matter. Can you tell me anything useful that's going on in the city? I'm afraid not, sir. I just left the Defender's Heart, but before that I was holed up in there too, scared to leave. Although spending all the time under Commander Earbeth's nose sure was something. She's a strict one. Whew. And when she gets Nancy, don't even start. I've had enough of her breathing down my neck to start our last lifetime. So what are you doing here, robbing corpses? No, the halfling protests. Rimvi Curl may be a rogue, but he doesn't loot corpses. I just need to get these poor lads' bodies off the roads. My friends and I are on a terribly important mission, and we need to get through. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. He's interrupted by the sound of wheels rolling on paving stone, a cart drawn by a sad little horse drawn from around the corner. A pretty half-elf is driving it, and a young man in knight's shiny armor is walking alongside it. Even from a distance, you can see his tanned face and his blue eyes shining brightly. The halfling straighten up. See, a terribly important, very heroic mission. My friends and I are saving a beer cart from the demons. Elan of the Hound Hearts. As he's speaking, the newcomers notice you, and the knight cries out in jubilation, Sela, never thought I'd see you again. I thought you were headed to the main square, the center of the demon's attack. The half-elf smiles warmly at Sela. Hey friend, glad to see you're alright. When you got separated about the crowd in the celebration, I knew that something was wrong, and when demons appeared all of a sudden I realized that was the reason why I've been so anxious. But I couldn't find you among the dead in the square, so I kept my hopes up, and I was proven right. See, so you're the other bit of good news Curl was talking about. You and Jenna are alive. Actually, by good news, I meant that we found the beer cart. Sir Elan and Jana being alive amounts to a quarter of a bit of good news. Well, maybe half. Beer cart, how about sharing some with us? I'm sure we all could do with a drink. Aren't there more important things to do in the city than saving other people's property? You're absolutely right. I only agreed to help get the cart to the Defender's Heart because we found it just stones thrown away. But as soon as we deliver the cart, I'll go back to searching for survivors. And by the way, my name's Elan, Sir Elan of the Hound Hearts. I'm glad to meet someone who survived this madness. Are you aware, sir, that your friend Crow is trying to rob... You haven't told me how you know Sela. I'll save the story until we're back at Defender's Heart. You're going back there, aren't you? We'll have a reason to toast our spoils. Are you aware, sir, that your friend's trying to rob a corpse? Is that really necessary? Curl didn't even do anything. Whatever he might have been thinking, that's between him and his conscience. What's wrong with hearing the truth? I think Jana and I have the right to know what our newfound friend is up to. Elon looks sternly at the cringing halfling. I'm not your commander, Curl, and I can't punish you or even condemn you. I suppose lots of people in Mendev thinks that the war justifies anything, but think about it. That dead fellow might have a family somewhere. His property and mementos should be returned to the rightful owners. Their bounds have sentimental value. Take this car, for example. We might take it now, but once the city is freed, the Eagle Watch and the other orders will certainly try to find the lawful owners and compensate them fairly for their losses. Enough, friend. I didn't even do anything. I was just thinking about it. And honestly, I don't even think we'll even be able to gather up all the bodies and hand them over to the Eagle Watch. They'll be looted anyways. Well, that will be on the conscience of the ones who does it. But you're a crusader, Curl. Though you might not have volunteered, those who fight against evil itself have to be better than common folk with their moral frailties. I have to go. So long. We're sure to meet again in the city of the Defender's Heart. Sure you will. Come to the tavern. We'll celebrate the valiant rescue of this barrel together. Alright. I'm a snitch. Okay, there they go. Oh. The green thing? Take care, me. Take heed. The horde of the abyss march on Canabras. Yes. The Wardstone is their target. They will not be able to capture it. The consequences will be disastrous. It's a little too late, my friend. Oh, that. Count Arande's servant. Then thank the gods, I found someone who's in fleeing in panic. Are you crusaders? Mercenaries? The comely half-elf is so frightened he can barely make out the words. I'm a servant of Count Darren Kale Nevis Arande. My lord's mansion is under attack by demons. The master himself and all his guests are trapped inside, and the house guards are nowhere to be found. I managed to escape through a servant's passage to look for help. Will you help me? The mansion is only a stone's throw away on the next streets over. Count Arande, I have seen him a few times before from afar. He looks highly audacious. I confess that he did capture my attention. But that's neither here nor there. We should help him. The gratitude of a rich, influential man can only benefit us. Okay. Tell me what has happened. I'll tell you what I can. I've been working from dusk till dawn and back to dusk again, serving guests at the Count's banquet. When the other servants came to relieve me at my post, I went to sleep, but next thing I know, I woke up and the demons inside the mansion couldn't even reach the Count. Monsters blocked the way. Count banquet was still going on, and can't go down to Great Hall. Tell the doors of the room was built sealed, and demons couldn't get in. I'm begging you, hurry. The mansion's door is sturdily built. The demons had to work to get past them, so you still have the time to rescue the people inside. What will I get if I help this Count of yours? Demanding a reward for fighting demons, that is dishonorable and foolish too. Those demons are the enemy of each and every one of us. Today we selflessly help someone to thrash the demons, and tomorrow someone will help us. If we're talking about humble working man or a soldier, I'd be the first to say that we ought to help, but it's the right thing to do. But some filthy rich aristocrat with a mansion, if he wants our services, he can pay for them. I'm trying to imagine how the cave tribes could have survived if we'd all had a small group of freeloaders sitting pretty on their inherited wealth, doing nothing while the rest of us starved. I'm sure the Count will reward you handsomely for any rescue. Alright, I'll help. Where's your master's house? It's not far at all. You're better off entering from the next street over through the passage. I need to get help. I'm begging you. I hate to think what the Count will do to me if I don't get my help back, okay? Alright, okay, fine. These antsy tieflings. What are you doing? Ooh, watch it. What are you goons doing? You'll bloody crush me. A young tiefling lies trapped in the collapsed section of a tunnel. Another two tieflings scramble around, trying in vain to get free him from the rubble. Quit whining. Hey, alarm, someone's coming. Maybe he'll help us? Wise up, would you, before you get us killed. Let's make a run for it while we still can. No, come on, don't leave me, I'll die here. Hey guys, here, a bit of jam. Get a load of this lot, and no escort either. Woljif, you little shit. How you're not dead yet? And who's that with you? They're friends of mine. Great guys. Woljif turns to you, and out of the corner of his mouth says, listen to me, do me a solid and drag his sorry carcass free. They'll repay you, cross my heart. Who are you? Oh, us? We're nobody, just simple citizens. We used to live here, but now, yeah, we just lived our lives, didn't do anybody any harm, and then kaboom, the place started falling about our ears. The tieflings are antsy. They're hiding something. Don't lie to me. Tell me who you are and what you're doing here. Alright, don't hurt us. People call us the tieflings. We kind of skirt around the edges of the law, and that's how we make our living. Say to some tyrant band's books that show stuff you don't like, or fancy Kionin wine. You don't drink it. Is it wrong if we step in to fill the gap in the market? If there's a demand for it, someone's got to sell it. Don't go thinking we're gangsters or anything. Our only concern is making the lives of citizens easier for a little coin. People in this city can't even breathe without breaking some stupid regulation or restriction. Take this tunnel that collapsed on top of our friend, for instance. It leads straight to the garrison. Thanks to it, any soldier whose throat's feeling a little dry, or who's needing some nighttime reading material, we can get all the things for him that his heartless superiors refuse to. We're providing a public service. Enough talking. Get these rocks off of me. You sent me down here for a goddamn crate of cognac, you idiots. Now get me out. Yeah. What will you help? A thief's placed in the prison or in the gallows. I'm taking it to Irava. Sure, what will you pay me for my help? We ain't got nothing. Poor as a church mice we are. Psh, left your money at home, did you? Well, I've got my money pouch in my pocket. It's all yours if you help me out. Alright, I'll help. Ah, got him. There we go. Easily clear the level, free the trapped tieflings. Yes. There we go. Woo, I'm alive and all in one piece. Give or take, thank you. I'll remember your kindness for the rest of my life. The free tiefling turns to his companions. And you two clowns, I don't want to hear a word from you. Get into the tunnel now or one trip just to the Great Greyers and back. Don't be a coward, it's not going to collapse. Go or else we came all this way for nothing. That ended well, didn't it? 110 gold. I helped you, now you can help me. And Commander Terrible to save Canabras. The militia needs people with various skills, even ones as unusual as yours. You what? Are you blind or something? The tiefling points at his horn and his tail. Know what people call us? Arilu's spawn. That's one of the nicer nicknames. Crusaders and tieflings don't mix. We'll be tortured on sight. Whoa, Tira Blade, Irabeth Tira Blade from the Earl Watch. Lads, we have to help her. She's one of the only big shots in this town who's actually treat us with any decency. Why should we risk our necks for the Crusaders? Because Irabeth rests her neck for ours. She saved us from that creep Hulrun, yanked me straight out of that torture chamber. Only a worthless toe rag would refuse to help her out after that. Nah, I'm not listening to any more of this. The tiefling was a show of covering his ears. You do what you want. I'm heading straight for the River Kingdoms. Go on then. I'm going with the Crusaders. I'm going to round up the others to help. Tiefling smirks. We made some good money in this city, so it'd be a shame to surrender our meal tickets to the demons. With enough yammering, so long. Okay, so some of them leave, some of them help. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, good. Oh, look at that. The demon invasion transformed all of Canabras into one great battlefield, but nowhere in the city suffered as much as the square. This place saw a clash of titans, the demon lord Discari leading swords from the abyss, and the dragon Terendelev, the mightiest of the city's defenders, and one of the first to fall. The scene of destruction leaves no doubt as to the battle's outcome. A skilled scout could recreate the course of the battle's moment by moment, simply by looking in the ruins from the chimneys torn down by the powerful wings and a sharp dive to the bloody tracks left behind when the demon dragged away the noble reptile's broken body. But it is no hypothetical scout gazing upon the ruins. It is Mickey Mouse, and he is not alone. The shadow of a strange, barely perceptible presence lingers over this place like a gaze untethered from any observer. This mysterious force, unknown to mortal kind, silently assesses, judges, and seeks a better way. In an instant, Mickey Mouse is vested. What future does he see? Good and evil, chaos and order. Everything is in its lawful place in the multiverse, and it is no longer trespassing where it does not belong. Nothing is disrupting the smooth and steady current of the river of souls, from life into death and back to life again. The reality rid of its flaws is now perfect, and the eons withdraw to eternally admire its beauty, which will never be threatened again. What past does he see? In the past, the one who wielded this gaze in life, although the one and life are in opposite terms for eons, these supernatural embodiments of cosmic balance. Rather than who or what, a better word for these entities is how. This eon appeared from outside the world, from the great beyond, to put an end to the intermingling of the planes and destroy the world wound, the chasm disrupting the order of the multiverse. Alas, the visitor from beyond proved too weak for the battle they came to fight. They even failed to finish casting the spell that would have sent Skari back to the abyss. With one swing of his scythe, the demon lord cut the aeon down. What present does he see? Ruins, blood, corpses, none of this perturbs the eon's passionate gaze. The living are alive, the dead will be judged by Pharasma. All is as it should be. The demons circling in the sky, prowling through the streets, creating a jarring juxtaposition, like splashes of blood-red ink on a restrained pencil sketch. They should not be here. The world of mortals is for mortals. The demons' place is in the demon world. How sublime the world would be if everything in it knew its place. But even the demons aren't as abhorrent as the sharp-edged, unassuming crystal, languishing in the dirt among the bricks and smashed cobblestones. No mortal would notice it, but to the Aeon's eyes, its mere existence is an outrage against universal laws. If the Aeon still existed, they would not stop until the crystal was unmade. But the Aeon is gone, and only their gaze remains. Mickey Mouse picks up the crystal up the dirt and stows it in his pocket. He is mortal, which means he has the power to decide what to do with it. Purple stone knife. After allowing the hero to view the world through their eyes, the little that remained of the destroyed Aeon is killed, even appropriate here for an entity that is so removed from life and death as we understand them. Used up its last vestiges of energy, now they are ready to disperse into nothingness unless someone decides to preserve the Aeon within themselves. Will the hero take on this power so that he may look into the world through another's eyes, or will he allow it to vanish? Sure, sounds cool. Retain the Aeon power within yourself. Why not? The spirit of the Aeon dwells out of sight deep in Mickey Mouse's soul, like a pair of magical spectacles sewed away until the moment when the hero once again needs to look at the world through another's eyes. Huh, that's cool. So I absorbed the blue stuff. That's what I like to see.
Do it my way.
Look at this, it's Hulrun. How you doing? My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing guard over the hole that no one will ever emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall into it. Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use, for instance, fighting demons or clearing rubble while the people trapped beneath it might still be alive? The face of this golden curled Aasimar is beautiful even by the standards of his kind, in whose veins run the blood of the angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious in this stern old man. His armor is dented and covered in blood, and his unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony and his voice accustomed to barking orders is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect the city, especially now when followers of your temple were caught committing treason? To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers, those miscreants, those beasts that are digging under the city walls. Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of this order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city, and yet again I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our city, people whom we could have saved if you had only set your soldiers to the task, and not kept them here surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground. Harmless? Well, if it's on your say-so, that must mean there's someone down there. There is someone down there. Your associates, no doubt, and they're just waiting for us to abandon our post before they slink out and try to again to. The old man noticed your approach. And you, I remember you. You appeared in my city the day the demons attacked and Terendilov died. What are you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think that the demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. And what is this hideous creature? Hulrun peers at Lan with suspicion. Lan, at your service? The mongrel ducks his head in a bow. My forebears fought in the First Crusade. I've lived in Canabras my whole life. You haven't seen me before? Ah, it must be because you don't ever venture in our underground district. We have been meaning to complain to the city authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time. The First Crusade? So you're a mongrel, huh? You obviously know human speech, surprisingly well in fact. Alright, let's be off with you. The prelate looks at you. If he causes any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come think of it, you still haven't told me who you are. I'm a crusader fighting to liberate from the demons. Yeah. A crusader, you say? Huh, I'll be looking into that. You obviously don't know to whom you're speaking. I'm the one who decides who's a crusader and who's a traitor in the city. Hulrun Shapak, prelate of Canabras, by the grace of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, and the city's defender against any threats from within and from without. And as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city. Golden curled Aasimar flashes a flinty smile. I'm Ramien of Edmi, prior of the temple of Desna, which alas currently lies in ruins. Wise Hulrun here believes it is vital to guard this hole in the ground, from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I've been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with, for instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. You know what? There may, in fact, be one matter that is more important than us guarding this hole. I put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have had you hung from the gates back when you dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If the Koreans had hanged Arilu Vorlesh while they had the chance, they never would have had this been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, seize the scum. Prelate, see reason. These are frightening times, but threatening to hang someone without the trial is unworthy of a servant of Iomedae. The old man fixes his eyes on Sela. Lest you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Iomedae, and I won't question yours. What precisely are you accusing Ramien of, Inquisitor? Treason. Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the Wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. Hulrun is trembling with fury. The Wardstone of Canabras, the gift from Iomedae, the bringer of light, wrought by the hands of the Herald, the first in the chain, and followers of that crazy runt of a goddess try to meddle with it, using their magic after hearing a voice in their dreams. My soldiers almost had them caught when Ramien got in the way, allowing the traitors to go into ground. I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogated to within an inch of his life, and now the city lies in ruins. It's time to rectify that mistake. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, my people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew that Wardstone already carried the seed of corruption within itself, and they were simply trying to heal it. I heard similar claims before. Now, where was it? Oh yes, from Santin Vane, the traitor who brought down Desna. The lessons from the past have taught us a great deal, and that is why I never believed you or your mom's lies even for a second, and I was right. You're doing what's right with this. Look, here it is. I have the angel with that revealed light of heaven. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of the angel who died in the caves below. I am no enemy of yours. Yes, there you go, Hulrun. I'll convince you like this with my magic powers. The old man frowns and whispers something, a prayer or a spell. With each word, his face relaxes. You are telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger, and later, under less fractious circumstances, I would like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. But that can wait. Now I must deal with this once for all. Don't leave finger. Damn. Okay. Sure. Don't leave. Oh, you have to answer me. Okay. I think I need to help the Aasimar because he knows of the seed of corruption, so that's good. The Aasimar holds up his hand in a placating gesture. Stop. You're the defenders of what remains of Canavras. Can't you think of anything better to do than to be at each other's throat in the ruins of the city? Okay, it's chaotic. Ramien looks at the prelate. You're a fool, Hulrun. You're a zealot and a murderer, but you're a fool first and foremost. I told you that the Wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that when the city was going to be attacked, you shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the Wardstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons, but you have done nothing to prevent it. And now you would still have to kill an innocent person and perish yourself, then admit that you were wrong, as always. With a wave of his hand, the Aasimar vanishes. Okay. Oh, it goes invisible. Okay. He fled, the heretic. He's no doubt expecting me to rush off in pursuit, but that won't work on me. Hulrun turns attention to you. What about you? If you truly have been marked out for a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back that filthy traitor. I'm almost certain that he and his cronies were helping the demons, either knowingly or unknowingly. Their attempts to bewitch the Wardstone is clear proof. Ramien must be captured. Ramien really warned you about the attack? Those crazed Desnans were always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. I won't lie, sometimes they said what they said does come to pass. But can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold hard facts of intelligence reports? Plenty of demons that could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to listen. This time, Mr. Curlsforbrains came to me and declared that demons were about to attack the city and that the Wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Iomade forgive me for even repeating the words. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along his followers and interrogated. But instead, I simply increased the surveillance on them. And what next? My people caught them red-handed trying to attack the Wardstone with unknown magic. And not 3 days later, the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between these events. Whether deliberately or under demonic influence, the Desnans played right into the hands of Descari's hordes, and they almost left the city completely defenseless. Ramien covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guards. After that, what else can he be but a heretic and a traitor? I see you suffer greatly in battle. Nonsense, I had to deal with a brood of Nabusus. It was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess' help. Ah, shit. Okay. I failed of Arcana. No. Why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? Why? You must not be from these parts, or you wouldn't even ask such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because there are enemies everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons and cultists. They are masters of deceptions. They worm their way into your favor and masquerade in all manners of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Canavras would have been gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now listen to what I tell you. This was a long time ago. I was very young then, and I had just joined the crusade. Back then, Canavras didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted to just stroll into the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the city gates, bold as brass. The guards let them in, and why not? For no one was ever turned away. To us, no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city, if you came from Mendev, or if you'd hauled yourself here from across the seas. The crusade accepted all and sundry, but on this occasion, we paid dearly for our laxity. Just as soon as the innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and they rushed towards the Wardstone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared to go near it. The light of the goddess burned them all, so they threw the blood from afar, splattering the Wardstone from every direction. And the lead demon, an eyeless beast Monago, is her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals have been sitting ducks, and the creature was right, too. We let our guard down, and we got what we deserved. The bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into townsfolk's memories. Since then, Canavras has adopted a different practice. Heretics, cultists, spies, and all the rabble who coveted our Rielu's glory, we drove them all out of the city. We haven't had any trouble since then. Many have come here, and even the Baelor Koramazadeth, and they have all been sent straight back to where they came from, or else they were killed for their trouble. You see, Descari himself had to crawl out of the abyss and come here. The goddess cursed him in order to break through our defenses. And what did he do? He left again, and we're still fighting. Now, that is what vigilance and discipline can do. There's something dangerous in the hole. I see no reason to guard it. You told me yourself that you received a light-bringing gift from an angel who perished in the caves below our feet. It is no secret that these passages are teeming with dangerous creatures that could kill anyone, even a warrior of heaven. Demons and demonic offspring love roaming about underground. That's why I'll keep keeping an eye on this hole. If the beast decides to attack from here, we'll be ready for them. Where can I find Ramien? How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far. He turned invisible. He's probably hunkered down in the same hole like the traitorous little rat he is. And he'll be sitting, trembling, and waiting till he's dragged out of there. With the prelate after you, that seems the only sensible thing to do. It's what I'd do. I'm sure lots of things would seem sensible to you. And it works too. As you can see, I'm still alive. Alright, sure, I have to go. Well, and then if you have to, it would be good if you could return the head of that scum. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in the city, you met us. What is this gibberish? As if I had nothing better to do than to arrange meetings with vagrants. But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames. But then he died too. Don't you remember? If you were burned, then it was with good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire? That's a crime in itself, which means that you have been evading justice all these years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see your sentence is finally fulfilled. You're lucky that we have more important matters to deal with right now. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkled and gray. He was young with a big mustache. Smiles broadly and draws a large bushy mustache in the air with his fingers. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago, but I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really wanted to protect the city. Only he got all mixed up about who was good and who was evil. Alright. Sure. Hulrun, you sent an innocent child to be burned at the stake. Don't you want to ask for forgiveness? Pah, hardly. Anyone who can look innocent. How did this girl manage to survive the fire? And what about the crow always flying around her? I advise you to take a closer look at the innocent little lamb of yours. If you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed. Alright, let's go, Amber. Yes, let's go. Bye-bye, kind knight. She waves to Hulrun with a carefree smile. Hulrun grimaces and turns away. Alright, okay. Interesting. Oh, alright, guarding this hole. I mean, to be fair, there's only 2 of them guarding a hole. It's not that much. Oh, hey, look, it's Ramien. Found you. How you doing? How do I talk to you? Yeah. The golden curled Asimar greets you with a graceful bow. So you found me. I have nowhere else to run. I am at your mercy. Kill me if you wish. But I ask you, hear me out first. Did you really know the demons attacked before it happened? I did. We have a secret ally in the enemy's ranks. No one knows who this brave soul is, but she's been feeding us information about the demon's plans. These dispatches have come to us by the most reliable channel bestowed upon us by the great dreamer herself, and have come to us in the dreams. Prelate Hulrun brushed them off as meaningless reveries, and while I admit that it isn't always easy to distinguish our allies' messages from ordinary dreams, but even ordinary dreams are gifts from Desna and are always worthy of attention, the prelate, and all the crusade leaders for that matter, should have put less store in reason and more in intuition, inspiration, and spontaneity. What's more, not long before the attack on the city, a blind elf who calls himself the Storyteller arrived in Canabris. This wanderer wasn't merely a collector of legends, but a scholar of the unknown. And according to him, the Wardstone in our city, first and foremost important chain of Wardstones, weakened since long ago, was teetering on the brink of corruption. It seems that the Red Morning Massacre and other demon attacks, even the ones we fended off, did not leave us unscathed. Unfortunately, the prelate did not wish to listen to the Storyteller either. We're lucky he wasn't burned at the stake as a heretic. We had such vital information on our hands, information that could have saved the city, but no one cared to listen all the way to the catastrophic end. Not all dreams have benign origins. What if those dreams were sent by demons? In a different time and place, someone perhaps could have become the victim of false dreams sent by monsters, but here in the war with the abyss, the goddess is keeping a close eye on her most faithful followers. I have no doubt that if a demon tried to intrude upon the dreams of any one of us, Desna's punishment would have been swift. Tell us about the strange rituals that were going to be performed in the Great Wardstone. Ramien looked slightly abashed. When my attempts to open Hulrun's eyes ended in failure, a few of my young adepts resolved to take matters into their own hands. They did not consult me before doing so, but I have never demanded iron discipline from my priests. Army commanders may have subordinates, but I have pupils and fellow worshippers. I can only inspire them, I cannot command them, and it seems that they were inspired all on their own. In other words, you get to preach whatever you want, and you don't have to take any responsibility for your flock. You've really got what it made. For pity's sake, how can I be held responsible for the actions of others? These are not children we're discussing here. They are grown adults endowed with their own free will. Praise the goddess. Of course, we all have to help one another, but in the final reckoning, each of us decides how we will act, and each must act for those choices, and each must answer for those choices. They had no ill intent, and they only wished to access the Wardstone in secret and try to cleanse it. With Hulrun, this became perform a suspect ritual after hearing even more suspect voices in their dreams. The children wanted to save the city, but the Inquisitors detained them and almost killed them. I had to intervene. I used my authority and my power as a cleric to give them a chance to flee. If they hadn't got away, they were destined for a cell in the prelate's dungeons and quite likely death. Why are you and Hulrun feuding? Oh, I'm not feuding with him. I sincerely wish only the best for the man. In an ideal world, he'd be far away from the front line enjoying a peaceful retirement. But even if that isn't possible, I have always tried to help him fulfill the mission he has taken upon himself, and to which he has proven fatally ill-suited, protecting Canabras against the demons. Unfortunately, he is convinced that the followers of Desna are heretics and saboteurs. He refused to listen to me, and it was only the knightly orders that deterred him from including us in the witch hunt. Now there is clearly no one left to stand in his way. He is finally free to get rid of us once and for all. Is there a chance you can resolve your conflict? I don't know. Hulrun's faith is truly formidable. Not only is his faith in Iomedae, but in his own infallibility. In other words, he's as hard-headed as a rock troll. But even so, Desna treats us never to lose hope. Talk to him, try to explain that we are fighting on the same side. If he attacks you, disarm him, bind his hand, but I beg you, if at all possible, do not kill him. Why haven't you left this place for somewhere safer? Because people might need help. They will come to the temple in search for a priest. I will not hide away in a hole, saving my own neck while Canabras is full of people suffering in the wake of the demon's attacks. Okay, interesting. Alright. Wait, 3 of my debts are hiding somewhere in the ruins of the city, the ones the Inquisitors wrongly accused of treason. I beg you, find them and protect them against the demons and vigilantes like Hulrun. They will not rest until they find them. If there is anything yet to go, save Canabras, please do it. Okay, interesting. Stranger, wait. You spared Ramien despite what that mad Inquisitor told you. The young voices come from somewhere. Oh, hang on, I forgot to remove the spell. I hope Hulrun's dogs aren't nearby. A pale youth materializes before you. His face looks haggard from lack of sleep, but he's clearly pleased to be speaking to someone. So you're one of the Desna adepts that tried to break into the Wardstone. Okay, hold on, let me drink some water. Yes, I am Ilks, cleric of Desna, and one of the people who answered the call of the voice in dreams. Some unknown person made contact with us through our dreams, telling us about the demons' plans. We learned that the demons were planning to attack Canabras to do something terrible to our Wardstone, which already carries the taint of corruption. Prelate Hulrun refused to heed our warnings. We had no choice. We could either throw up our hands and pull back, or take action, even though it would cost us our lives. What heartless person could stand in the face of such a deadly threat? What were you planning to do with the Wardstone? The young man hesitates. Our plan was to get to it and then follow our instincts. There were 3 of us, a cleric, a mage, and a bard. Between us, we know a lot. We're capable of a great deal. If we had enough time, I'm sure we'd have figured out what's wrong with Wardstone and how to heal it. But they didn't give us time. Yes, the local commanders get roped into dealing with it. With this, some idiot kids trying to break into the Wardstone, apparently some of ours. But who even knows these days? Sela sighs. I know there's no evil in you. I can sense things like that. But what you did was so stupid and impulsive, and someone could have gotten hurt. I know from my experience. So you lot decided that you need to do something right away. So you decided to do something right away. Good work. Sarcastic round of applause. Like the city authorities would have done a better job, they weren't going to do a thing, even though it sounds like they knew about the danger. All they knew was that some crazies had some weird dreams, but anyway, it's a little late to be trying to pin the blame on people. How did you know, how did you even come up with such a plan? How could we not come up with the plan? You sense the young man's temper rising. Listen, Desna is the goddess of luck, but luck as many lay people would understand it, and luck as we, the followers of the music of the sphere, see it, are far from the same thing. Other people believe that luck is something good that falls into your lap just because, like a generous but unearned reward. We see luck as a fundamental law of creation, according to which, even in the darkest hour of the most hopeless situation, a chance of rescue and change for the better can arise. But you've got to seize this chance when it presents itself, or better yet, create your own. Followers of Desna are not people who like idleness and inaction. That's why when Canabras was in trouble, we did as our goddess had taught us. We took the matter into our own hands and tried in a moment of desperation pluck our chance from the hands of fate itself. You're trying to help. Can they punish you if they were trying to help? Is that allowed? Sometimes it's even necessary. Yeah, so what? You went up against Hulrun, but he's the official governor of the city. What of it? The cleric with remarkable complacency. Submitting to unworthy leaders is one of the great ills of our civilization. We will never defeat the demons if we keep listening to people like Hulrun. Whose voices have you been hearing in your dreams? Nobody knows what it is, but everyone has heard it. I heard her. I should say, is convinced that she is a good and pure chosen soul, chosen by Desna. We had a choice. We could trust her, except that we have an ally somewhere who isn't afraid of all the armies of the abyss, or we could drown in suspicions and get one step closer to becoming just like Hulrun. We decided to trust the voice, and seeing Canabras devastated, which is what our unknown ally tried to prevent until the very end. I can see now who had the truth on their side. Where are your fellow worshippers? How many of them are there? Unfortunately or unfortunately, I don't know where they are. We split up to confuse the Inquisitors who were chasing us. Do you need help? Desna should just trust in last-ditch dances. Listen, my friends are called Aranka and Thal. Thal, the wallflower. Aranka is an amazing singer and a truly beautiful girl. She has plenty of friends and fans. She's probably blended into a crowd somewhere. Wallflower is a mage, but I don't think he'll risk using magic. It'll only bring the Inquisitors down on him. He'll be harder to find. You better find Aranka first. She might know where Wallflower is. Please find them and protect them against the demons and the Inquisitors. I will await news in the Goddess Temple. I hope our mysterious helper will help send us a message that will reveal what is to come from the demons. Okay, I have to go. Go, may Desna be with you, stranger. Alright, cool. Okay, well, you know what, let's go talk to Hulrun. Yeah, let's go talk to Hulrun and see what happens. Well, what brings you to me? I talked to Ramien, he's not here. He only wants good for Canobris. The Inquisitor gives you a black luck. I would consider those words an admission of treason from anyone else, but I don't wish to draw my weapon against he who has been given heaven's gift. And I won't, as long as you don't do anything worse than conniving with the rabble-rouser Ramien. I won't ask you again to kill the rabble-rouser, but as soon as we liberate the city from the demons, my faithful will hunt him down. Remind me, who are you again? I find it passing strange that you don't already know who I am. I find it passing strange that you don't already know who I am. Hulrun Shapok, Prelate of Canobris, Inquisitor of Greyscales. Her register we follow against from within and without. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Prelate, your forces are needed elsewhere. Irabeth Tirablade, Warden of the city, is gathering troops in the Defender's Heart Tavern to strike against the demons. Who now? Tirablade, the upstart Warden of the city? And I suppose I've already been written off for dead? This isn't sedition, this is outright insurrection. I am loath to abandon my watch, but I can't turn a blind eye to such a blatant usurpation of power. We have no hope of defeating the enemy if there's disorder within our ranks. I'm going over there right now. I need to see what this Irabeth is up to. Okay. Okay. I guess that's a good thing. Well, I guess we have Prelate Hulrun on my side. That's nice. Alright, Ramien. I got Hulrun off your back. I'm the beautiful Mickey Mouse. I'm not going to run, kill me if you wish. Okay, I managed to calm Hulrun down a little, but he's still hellbent on driving you out of the city once the demon attack has been repelled. Ramien's head lowers. I suppose I should be pleased, but the idiocy, the injustice of it all, it makes my blood boil. I will leave Canobris, but not before we fight off the demons. No matter what happens, I thank you. Irabeth the Tirablade of the Eagle Watch is gathering survivors in the Defender's Heart Tavern. You would be very useful there. I fear my presence there would be ill-advised, even though you managed to reason with our mutual friend. The sight of me might reignite his Inquisitor's zeal. I'll make myself useful elsewhere. Alas, the city has a great many souls in need of cleric's aid. Oh, he's a cleric. That's cool. That's good. That's great. That's good. Okay, nice. I am the answer, but what is the question? Alright, and I think that's going to do it for this episode. In this episode, we helped Hulrun and the Desna followers to, not kill each other and, be friends. We sent Hulrun back to the Crusade. And, yeah, we got more reinforcements from the Thieflings as well. Yeah, it was pretty successful, I'd say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you all next time. But until then, goodbye for now.